Hi, I'm Christopher Holton. Welcome to the Island Podcast.
I am Connor Lamb. Welcome back, everybody.
This is episode 3 of our new phase.
Phase 2.
And today we're going to be doing something very exciting. We're going to be opening up an Xbox Series X.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm very excited about that. Are you excited?
I am very excited.
So,
Should be great.
funny story, I accidentally ordered 2.
Yes.
And then I told Connor that I ordered 2. And so I was going to give him the other one or like sell it to him.
Pretty much.
But I canceled the order before I thought of this plan. But I didn't think the cancellation went through because I had no
way
sign that it did
Yeah.
for like 5 days. So I assumed that it didn't. Because normally they let you know, like Evo, which I also had to cancel for Connor.
We'll get into that later.
It let me know like within the hour.
Yeah.
But for some reason, GameStop is a terrible company, and they took forever. So whatever.
And
I got the Xbox.
The reason why there was 2 is
Okay.
because he didn't get the confirmation that the first one went through.
Okay.
And so you basically when ordered again before they ran out.
Yep.
But anyways.
So I never got a confirmation. So that's the other thing I never got a confirmation on the first order. But I did on the second, so I thought that the first order just never got through. But then I get the confirmation for the first order, like 6 or 7 days after the confirmation for the second order. So that's when I eventually tried to cancel. It was like this whole thing. It was crazy. I got the Xbox Series X right here. In the end, it all worked out.
Yes,
and
it did.
I had to get the holiday bundle because I was so desperate. So over here, you'll see, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see we have an Xbox Series X controller, and then the 2 new games that came with the holiday bundle, which is Assassin's Creed Valhalla and 2K21.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool if you ask me.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
speaking of returns.
Should we open this now or should we wait?
I think we need to ease into a bit. You guys can if you're watching on YouTube, you can kind of just admire from a distance.
Oh, it gives
for a
them
second.
something to wait for.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, I like it.
And I think since we just talked about returns, we can talk about the Evo returns that just had to happen.
Yeah.
So basically, I got kind of new skis.
What do you mean kind of new skis? You got new skis.
I got new skis. They're last year's model, even though they're the same as this year. It's just the decal I liked better from last year.
Yeah.
And it was like $200 less, but
2020, 2021. What's the difference?
No difference. So basically, these new bindings are the 2021 bindings. So they aren't in stock everywhere. There's 3 colors. There was the Forza color, the raw color, and then the gold. And
The Forza was the multicolor, right?
Yeah.
It was like pink and
Yeah. If you know the binding, you know the binding, just from the colors. Basically, he has connections at Evo.
Kind of. That was like my last. My connection at Evo. Guess what? He quit literally that day.
Wow.
Or like that Tuesday before.
Gotcha.
So that was very, very good timing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Anyways, so Evo had the binding, and it's a decently expensive binding. So we were like, hey, reaching out to Christopher for
My connection.
his connection, but the color and the binding that I want or wanted wasn't in stock at Evo for another week or 2.
Yeah, a week. Well, 2 weeks at the time, a week from now. And I looked again yesterday, and it wasn't until the 31st they had them, actually. They moved it back. Even further. But I got the express shipping, so you
did.
still would have got it
Yes.
earlier.
Anyways, I figured out that there was other places nearby that had the binding in stock. And so canceled that order. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
And the skis
Good
are now
times.
currently getting the bindings mounted on them at a ski shop somewhere here.
Yeah.
Should be good. Just in time for
This weekend.
This weekend.
Got plans for this weekend?
I do. We're gonna go up skiing, and I'm doing the free ride program at Crystal Mountain. If anybody knows who that is, basically
Cool.
just like a backcountry-esque kind of program with some friends. Should be good.
Sick. So what all? It's been a while. It's been since Christmas since we did an episode.
That's right.
So, how was your New Year's? How was your Christmas?
New Year's and Christmas, pretty good. A little bit different this year, obviously.
For sure.
My grandparents on my dad's side actually moved on Christmas Day to Arizona, which was pretty funny.
Just one way to do it.
Yep. So that was interesting. And then New Year's, we actually normally go skiing on New Year's, but we just couldn't get our reservations quite right. So ended up not, but then went the day before and the day after.
Well, I remember on New Year's, or not on New Year's, sorry, on Christmas Day, Christmas night, on Christmas we had a little bit of a COVID scare because some of my family got COVID.
Yep.
But I've since been tested twice, along with my family, and none of us have COVID. So we're good on that front.
Yep.
But
I got tested as well.
Yeah, because you had like a little cold, right?
I had like a little cold, a little bit of a sore throat and stuff. Both my parents had that before, but my mom is actually halfway vaccinated now. And they both got tested, but then both came back negative. But just to be safe, I went and got it as well.
So the other thing I did on Christmas was, well, I saw my family, sort of, social distance with masks. And then the other thing I did was I watched the new Wonder Woman. Because it came out on Christmas.
It did.
So did Soul on Disney+. Plus.
Yeah. I've watched the new Wonder Woman, but not Soul.
Okay, well, I will say Soul is a lot better than Wonder Woman.
Really?
Yeah, but they're very different movies. But like from like a film standpoint,
okay,
Soul is really good, and Wonder Woman's a mess.
I've heard Soul compared to Coco.
Yeah,
is that right?
It's like Inside Out, but like more existential and mature.
Gotcha.
So like, you know how Inside Out was all about like your brain and stuff?
Yeah.
It's kind of that same kind of like
how
vibe,
do you work? Yeah.
But it's more like slow and like existential, and it's not sad for no reason, where like a lot of other Pixar movies are. Like, you know how you start up and then boom, it punches you with like his wife is dead.
Yeah.
You know, like this is hard. But Soul is like, I watched Soul with my mom one morning when she had a migraine, and it was just a good vibe. But I think we should talk about Wonder Woman since we both actually seen it.
Yeah. My family watched the original Wonder Woman first.
The night before?
The night before, and we rediscovered that it is pretty decent.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman 1 is really good.
We really like that one. Then straight into
1984. About the first one, here's what I'll say about that movie. They do Wonder Woman really well. They do Chris Pine's character really well. The last battle suffers from the DC big CGI showdown, which looks like crap. Yeah. But everything else in that movie is really solid.
I liked that there was like a bit of a twist at the end. You can kind of see it coming, but like the final villain isn't super present the whole time, and your focus is devoted on a different person.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Yeah, the scientist and the warlord or general guy or whatever. Yeah. Not the Nazi.
But then it was actually like the negotiator, the guy arguing for peace was the war god.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. And then you go into 1984, which is just a mess.
It is. What the heck is happening in that movie?
It's 2.5 hours.
Yep.
It feels like longer.
It does.
It opens up with this 28-minute long scene with young Diana.
Yeah.
And she does like this Olympic Games thing.
What?
Just for her to get told, remember, don't cheat. Like, you could have done that in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that doesn't, I guess that sort of comes up later. Mm-hmm. You know, like, be careful what you wish for. Like, you have to do it the right way.
Yeah.
you can't cheat your way, like how she's cheating to get Chris Pine back, you know?
Yep.
But it's so pointless. And then you got the cheesy CGI fight,
Yeah.
and it's too much for me, man.
Well, and then there's the whole, like, we don't really, it doesn't clearly, like, kind of say how, and, like, explain how that stone works. I think clearly as enough as it, like, should.
Yeah.
And doesn't give it as much meaning as it should, because we don't actually know what the heck it is or where it's from till, like, until almost, like, the movie's almost over.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would have more significance if we know what it was before the characters or the villain guy,
Yeah.
the misled guy. And he wasn't really even, like, a villain necessarily. He was just misled. So, like, how can you hate him, right? There needs to be somebody you can, like, point and say, hey, you're at fault, not just, like...
Yeah. And I think Pedro Pascal did really well.
Yeah, he did as good as he could have.
Yeah, with, like, what he was given.
Yeah.
And it was interesting how they, like, he had, like, a Latin American accent.
Yeah.
But he was trying to cover it up with American accent.
Yeah.
But in real life, he has an American accent.
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
Yeah.
So, like, his accent would kind of change depending on the scenario he's in.
It kind of
super
sounded
cool.
like his Narcos accent a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. And yeah, he was really good. I thought the character of Cheetah was unnecessary.
Yep.
Why did we need two villains for no reason?
Good question. And then how she was, like, the whole, like, origin story that we got from her was basically that she was just envious of Diana.
Like, whatever, man.
And, like, you have a PhD.
Yeah.
At the point you're over it. You don't care really what people think about you. And so that kind of doesn't make sense. Like, obviously you can't say that for everybody. Maybe she was. But I don't think she would have gone to the extent.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel very realistic that thought process made logical sense.
I think it was, like, supposed to be she was a good person.
Yeah.
And she was smart, right?
And then
but then she was a good person, she was smart, but people didn't like her. So and then she went from a good person, smart, and no one liked her, to a bad person, smart, and people liked her.
Yeah.
Because it's like the monkey's paw. Anyways.
Monkey's paw.
Monkey's paw. So it was, I don't know, I guess it kind of made sense. Yeah. He became the stone, so that's why he needed to, like, make other people wish. I didn't get that until, like, I thought about it.
Yeah, at the very, very end, because he was a stone, he got to choose what he took.
Yeah.
I didn't get that till, like, the last, like, 30 minutes of the movie.
And the other thing that I thought was interesting was he didn't, since he became the stone, he wanted to, like, connect to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
That wasn't him. I thought that was his desire, but it was the stone's desire.
Yeah.
His desire was to just, like, be number one.
Yep.
But, like, the whole thing with, like, connecting everybody and getting on the news, that wasn't about him. That was about the stone, which I didn't get until I had to, like, think about it, which is just messy. And so, I don't know.
It required a lot of thought and greater understanding and, like, kind of that second.
You can just, like, go along with it because you had to, like, you had to connect the dots with pieces that we know that they were missing.
Yeah.
You know?
Which was hard to do.
It was just very annoying. But it is what it is.
Anyways, sticking on that kind of filmy thing, there was no YouTube Rewind for 2020.
No, there was not.
We were thinking
about it. Did I watch it with you? Did I watch the new one with you? Or the Mr. Beast one?
Yeah, you watched that one with me. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I watched that with you or...
Because PewDiePie does one every year anyways. Is that right?
Or he did one... He did one where...
2018.
Or 2019. He did one where it was like a really bad year and he wanted to make his own.
Yeah.
But Mr. Beast did one this year.
Was that the Will Smith year?
Yeah. That one.
Yeah, that's hot.
That's hot. I think it was that year, yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah, he was inspired by PewDiePie. That was a good rewind.
That was a good rewind. YouTube, their explanation was just like there wasn't enough content, like good content, but I feel that's kind of unfair to the creators who put their heart and soul into it still and made sacrifices and like still grew and like made great content and then didn't get to like have their spot.
What I don't understand is YouTube's like a realm of the internet, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, it's delayed because of COVID. Well, you could still do it with COVID because
Yeah.
it's YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
people were still doing stuff this year.
Yeah.
Which was weird.
Whatever.
We got our G Fuel here.
Yes.
We're drinking the PewDiePie lingonberry flavor.
I'm almost done, actually.
It's very good.
It's one of my favorites.
I ordered the two new flavors, Sonic Peach Rings and the Shiny Splash, which is the blueberry lemonade. So I'm waiting for those. I think we should do a G Fuel review.
We should.
Like, eventually, once I have more flavors.
Because these will be your 4th and 5th, right?
Yeah. And then I think if a friend of ours, Sam, has 2 more,
Yeah.
so he could come over and he could do it with us.
Yeah.
Potentially, if he doesn't want to.
That could be a little feature.
I could almost do a whole episode on just G Fuel.
Yeah.
Or like a whole segment, like a half of an episode.
Yeah.
Just tasting G Fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyways.
But I'm waiting on that package. Obviously, this came today, but we're still waiting on the.
It might be coming very shortly
Yeah,
here.
it'd be funny if the G Fuel came right as
we're talking about it.
But
That would be kind of perfect timing. But
it would be, but as of now, it's not. So it's all right. But
All right.
I think we should open this eventually. This is one of my Christmas. What did you get for
the
Christmas?
skis.
The
for my
skis,
Christmas. So I actually, my sibling, one of my brothers got skis, but my parents were like, "Well, you don't really know what kind of skis." They didn't know what kind of skis I wanted, basically, because I didn't know what kind of skis I wanted.
Yeah.
So I just had to like pick out the ones I wanted, and they're like, "Cool."
Yeah.
So my brother was very decisive, and he can be like that. He basically has this like one set item
Yep.
every few months. He's like, I want this, and he works hard to try to get that thing.
Yeah. To either buy it
or
get it bought for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did your brother got a one wheel, right?
My other brother got a one wheel for
Yeah,
Christmas as well.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Has he been using it?
Yeah.
Cool. Is Logan taking him out and doing stuff with him, or is he?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He thinks because if he Logan's ideology is if he teaches my youngest brother how to do it, he'll get good enough where it will actually be fun to like go with him, right? Versus having to go with his friends to do it. Maybe they're not available, and so he can just take my youngest brother to do it.
True.
Yeah.
But
Is it time?
I think we should open this bad boy up because
Well,
I
we
am
could just
super excited.
We could just like do some sneaky things first and just kind of ease into it, you know?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's open up the controller. I know that there's another one in here, but we have a second controller because that's what the holiday bundle did. So
Very nice, because you always want.
you always want two anyway. Oh, this is just a sticker. I can literally just rip this off.
Well,
Whatever.
sometimes even 4,
Huh?
but not as much anymore. For the 360, you really wanted 4.
Yeah, but more and more.
But more and more,
I
it's-
opened it the very wrong way. Well, the presentation would be nice. Pretend that this is the presentation because this is how it was before. Look at that.
Beautiful.
That is gorgeous. So this is my second look actually at the controller. A good friend of mine. Oh, it's dusty. Owen has one. Oh yeah, feel it. Oh, this feels nice. All right, give you guys a look right here. Scale of my hand.
We could get a comparison from the 1S controller.
We could, yeah.
It is very sturdy.
How does it feel?
It
feels light.
It feels.
because there's no batteries. in
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but-
There's actual grips, like a grippy kind of, instead of being completely smooth and glossy, like the one controllers on the triggers and the bumpers. There's a kind of like a grip to it, and then instead of being kind of like scratchy almost on the actual hand grips beneath, it's beaded, I would say, is the best way not to describe that. Very nice texture. And then, as you can see, on the home button, would you call it the home button?
Yeah.
Like the main menu button, on the 1S controllers, there's like a cutout, basically, of like see-through plastic that it's like cheaper for them to do than this actual like drilled through piece for the home button. So it's much cleaner this way with it just completely flat out like that. And then also the D-pad is much more usable with that extra four buttons.
Should we open this Xbox up?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll set this over here.
There's also the screenplay, the AirPlay thing.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna get up a little bit, move my G Fuel. So if you're watching, which I hope you are, this is probably a good episode to watch with. We got the Series X right here.
It's really funny how they here, let's flip it around for them.
Hold up, before we do that.
Before we do that,
I'm gonna cut this.
they put the Master Chief on the box,
Thinking,
thinking that it's not the new Halo is going to come out at the same time.
fun fact, it's not out right now.
It is not going to be out for another year or two.
Yeah, it's not gonna be out till like 2022.
Yep. So that will be
Out eventually.
out eventually.
All right,
But
so
it's
we're
funny
gonna,
that it's on the box
we're
because
gonna turn it around. We're gonna put it down like this,
it's a lot heavier than you'd think it would be.
and we're gonna open it for you right now, right here. So
The box did get a little
it did, which is
in
not,
transit, which is not ideal.
which is really not great. But
No.
let's see how this works.
I think you missed.
How?
You missed. Did you get all of this one?
Oh, did I? Yeah. Huh.
How just lift up? Here, flip it around
Oh,
again.
I
Yeah,
did.
there you
You're
go.
right. All right. Here we go, guys. The very first time, our Xbox Series X.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that presentation. That
Pretty
is
sweet.
That is gorgeous right here. So if you can't see, when you open the box, it's presented nice, and it seems like they have a lot of protective surface right here. You can't, if you can see it. So that's really nice. I like that a lot.
And then it's still wrapped.
It is
good.
still wrapped. So should we take it out? It says power your dreams. Dude, you can power your dreams with this thing, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
If I didn't believe it before, I do now.
You should. Hold up. This is like more difficult than I kind of thought it would be, and the mic is probably picking up like all of this crunchiness.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
How do I do this? Oh, this is heavy. Whoa. Surprisingly heavy. Huh. Okay, so I don't even know which way is right side up. So I'm going to slide this off. Set it down there. Holy dude, this is crazy.
Pretty dense, eh?
All right, so this is the top here. Let me take off the bottom, and maybe we can just slide it off, or not. Yes. Oh, dude, what a beauty! I know this is gonna be gorgeous. Oh,
Oh yeah.
I have no idea how I got my hands on this, but I did.
The refrigerator.
Look at the fan. You can see the fan in there. That's crazy.
The concave on the top.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, that is just gorgeous. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Connor, look at that.
Beautiful.
That is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Dang, bro, you got some veiny arms over there. Jeez.
Wow.
All right. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Xbox Series X. So if you haven't seen it yet, now you have.
Is the controller in here?
I think it still is, yeah. So let's open this back up.
It's weird. I did not see it. Oh, it's in the back panel.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, that is slick. Basically, they just hit it in the back.
Yeah, they did. Hit it from view.
The presentation isn't as nice. It's just in a.
It's just in a bag.
Styrofoam bag, basically.
But you know,
Hey.
and it smells like styrofoam.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't really expect anything else.
Yeah.
So this is the second controller. I will say a lot less dusty than the first. All right. So here are both controllers, right there, and
Power cord.
this is stuff like that. This is a gorgeous console, you guys. I know we probably
It
have a lot of
looks-
PS5 fans out there, but
I have personally seen a PS5.
That thing is ugly looking.
Super ugly. There's already companies making cases for them to hide how ugly it is.
Yeah, or like black cases so you don't get the big white Wi-Fi router look.
Yeah. This is a lot more contemporary. It will go with a lot more kind of living room designs if that's where it's going.
I mean, I'll think about it like in my case. It's going to look so much better right there.
Yeah.
Like right next to my TV. Just a sleek little black box.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like even if it was at your house, how much better a black box would look. Let's say that it's out in the open for sake of an example. Like,
oh yeah,
if it was right there,
it would match everything perfect.
You would not even notice if you have that big, huge, towering PS5.
It has to be like,
that'd be
like
nasty.
those super. How do I put this? There's those like influencer houses that are all white concrete and like all like super glassed up, and then the white big fireplace, and then the big white like glossy console.
Yeah.
That is the aesthetic that I see Sony going for.
Yeah.
With those PS5s. However, not many people have their houses looking like that.
No.
And so
Very few.
Very few. I feel like this can be applied to a lot more different like
Anywhere.
styles of,
I think
of rooms.
I mean,
Because this will still go with that.
yeah.
The black is just so neutral.
Yeah. I don't know what style of house ours is. It's kind of hard because it's like a 50s house that's been remodeled.
Yeah.
And yours is like, your house is what, from the...
Built in the 50s, remodeled in the 80s, and they added some structures, so it looks a little wonky now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess we are from the same case that our house don't perfectly fit into a box because of...
I would say Northwest Contemporary for our house.
Okay. Well, I have no idea what the style is. It's a more, I don't know, it's like a traditional, maybe? I can't put my finger on it. It's going to look a lot better with the Series X than, let's say, the PS5.
For sure.
Now, if we lived in, again, like you said, a modern mansion that is all angular and...
Well, even not angular, like you have that modern art kind of vibe with the like the crazy wavy chandelier. You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
But like it's like all chromed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Influencer house.
Influencer.
I like that. I like that terminology. I'm going to
Yeah.
use that more. I like that a lot.
Yeah. With like that like white glass texture on everything. I feel like that's where the PS5 would be at home,
Yeah, for sure.
but not in the majority of everybody's living spaces. I guess if it's like in a gaming center and like in an area that's dedicated to like using that,
yeah,
you can like kind of
make it work.
But most monitors are black and are very angular and would match the Xbox better.
True.
But so far we've only talked about the aesthetic of the...
Yeah. Technically, all right, we got to talk about this. Technically, the specs of the Series X are better.
Yeah.
Very, very minimal, but they're technically better.
Yep.
And the thing that the PS5 has going for it is obviously the exclusives.
Yeah.
But Miles Morales, you will play through in
A week.
It's like a super short game. What are the other ones? I guess the new God of War is going to be really cool, which I'm actually sad I'm going to miss out on that one. But I mean, like a Demon Souls game, don't see myself playing that.
Most of the exclusives that I see myself playing are exclusives for the Xbox.
Yeah.
That
Which
are built
haven't
by Microsoft.
come out yet.
Exactly.
But will eventually.
Which
like
I feel
Halo
like will-
Infinite,
yeah.
Forza Horizon 5 eventually.
Which I feel like would be optimized for the Xbox better than the exclusives that are coming out at launch with the PS5 because they're not game tested or console tested yet. Right? They're coming out with the release, so they're not like widespread. Like they figured out all the bugs with. I feel like with the release, with the release of the console and the games at the same time, those games are going to be less optimized for the consoles because they're trying to roll out the consoles in like their own marketing kind of way.
Yeah.
but they want to release it relatively soon on completion because it takes money to develop the consoles,
Right.
obviously. And so they want a return on their investment, and the sooner that can happen, usually the better.
Yeah.
So the games that come out with the console at launch aren't going to be as tested on the console as games that are coming out later.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I love Xbox, and of course that's a little bit of bias. I've always bought Xbox.
It's local. We're not supporting as much of a foreign entity.
Yeah, technically Sony's Japanese, right?
Yep.
Mom, Sony's Japanese, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so Sony. I mean, look, I love Sony. Cool, we have a Sony TV. Great. But come on, you gotta support
The local business.
local
of
business. Not small business, but technically local.
Technically local.
Speaking
We got Bill Gates right across the lake, and then Paul Allen's house. Unfortunately, used to be Paul Allen's house. Is the same area where we are. He built a boat to land his helicopter on
because you couldn't land it on his house.
as a big like FU to the city because they wouldn't let him build a helipad on city ground.
Yeah.
So he just basically just custom built a boat. So it drives out into the middle of the lake, helicopter lands, and then it drives back in because there's no restriction on the.
Yep.
Anyways,
I think his sister owns the place now.
Yeah. Well, he had like a house for every single person.
But I think she owns the whole estate
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
But,
crazy.
dude, I'm kind of tired. You know, this is our first week back doing online school. And apparently, according to the school district, we're supposed to go back soon.
Soon, whenever that is.
I can't remember what they said. They kept talking about it in
Yeah.
band, but I just was not.
Well, that was
Picking up
extracurriculars are now approved to go back and meeting. So band is technically can be associated with an extracurricular because we had like hours upon hours of practice time outside of class trying to learn our drill, our marching drill.
Did you do that assignment?
I did do that assignment.
Yeah, me too. I did it like right away.
Yeah. I did it in class, yeah.
So I didn't want to think about it.
We had to write our own drill.
That was so weird.
Just kind of annoying, but whatever.
I mean, I guess it's better than. I can't say that. I was gonna say it's better than playing, but I just for me because I got my braces off and now I'm like super bad. But whatever, it's fine. Wow, I'm really excited to set up this Xbox, which I won't be able to do till tonight, but it's all right.
Yeah.
It's a beaut though.
Yeah.
Xbox Series X. Oh.
Oh.
You gotta get your hands on one, man.
I do.
You gotta be like checking on it.
Yeah.
Like GameStop, they were available for 2 days.
Yeah.
I should have let you know. That's my bad.
That's okay.
My bust.
So this plug for it.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same one.
Well, it's the same one, but what's funny is I have electrically heated gloves for skiing, and this plug is the same plug that the heated gloves use.
Oh, really?
So I have an extra Xbox
Plug.
air quotes plug because
I would only use the Xbox verified one. Because that might be
it might
might be sketch.
It has a big surge protector on it, which is kind of cool. The Xbox doesn't. Does it have one built in?
Maybe.
That would be something they would do. I feel like.
Yeah, it would be. So I don't know. Yeah.
Haven't had an Xbox explode yet.
True.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has. Remember the vape smoke that people would blow into their Xbox and then said that their Xbox was
on fire,
but it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all those PlayStation fans. They'll do anything.
I'll do anything
to rack on that.
I saw a PS5 Xbox rap battle, like animated with they were like with eyes and stuff. It was
the console war.
The console war.
Yeah.
And the Xbox did win. I feel like the
True.
points they had, the
rap points that they had.
The rap points that they had. The PS5, it probably was biased. The guy who made it was most likely an Xbox person, but the PS5 basically only had the exclusive
right
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta love Xbox.
Anyways.
Xbox. Oh, Connor, stand up. What are you wearing, bud?
Oh yeah, I am wearing the sweatshirt right now.
Yeah, he's wearing the Island
yeah.
USA Classic sweatshirt.
Come on, who's watching? Really?
Yeah.
Really, you are watching.
True.
If you're on YouTube.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're listening.
Yeah.
But we saw some available, less than ever. So get yours. the way you can do that is DMing me on Instagram at islandusa.brand. Go give us a follow. We just hit 100 followers.
Oh yeah.
I think we're at like 140 now. We got 50 followers in a day.
And then it just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
nice.
But I just made a video, like a 30-second video. And I was like, hey, support us. And everyone was like, yeah.
Let's do it.
I was surprised how many we got. And so anyways, go cop yourself one. Just message me on Instagram. We'll figure it out. It's $45 plus tax for a sweatshirt. And it is $25 plus tax for a t-shirt. The tees are also really great. They're super comfy. They're super cozy. In the coming weeks, I'll probably be posting more info about it. But I really want to make a summer collection. That's what I really want to do. But I can't do that unless I finish up with this collection. So you guys support us if you want to get the summer collection. So these sweatshirts are the bomb. Ask anyone who has them. My homie
so
Jeff
good.
just copped one.
I saw that.
Yeah, my homie Brooks just copped one.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're on their way out. So you got to get one.
We will shout you out here.
Oh,
true. If you want
that's
it.
Good. Yeah.
If you want it.
If you want a shout out, we'll give you one. If you cop
get
one.
Yeah.
We'll shout out your Instagram or whatever you want.
Yeah.
So that's very important. All right, guys. This has been the Island Podcast. I hope you liked this week's episode. Remember, we make podcasts whenever we want. Don't expect a schedule, but expect more content because it is coming. This is the Xbox Series X. I think we should do maybe like a gameplay video or something exclusive for YouTube.
Yeah. That'd be good.
If we start up a Minecraft server, I think we could. If I can find a way, which I actually know of a way, to like do some recording, I think it'd be fun if we could.
That would be
make a Let's Play.
That would be fun.
On a whole new world.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
We always go through a Minecraft stage like every. It's been 6 months.
So it has. We're actually due because we had one last December when we had the Snow World.
Oh, you're right. That is crazy to think about. Oh
so
my
we
goodness.
had the Snow World when he was still at his old house. We'd play that, and then we took a break, and then we started back up again in quarantine. We started a new world
in like March. That was longer than 3 weeks that we worked on that world though.
We worked on that world forever.
So long.
That world was crazy. We had full mending, everything.
Yeah.
I had this huge quartz tower, and you had this sprawling village.
Yeah.
Oh, it was insane.
So good.
Anyways, we have to start a new world. I think we might wait though till the cave update.
I feel like if we started it now, and then I think the cave update would motivate us to do it again, which would be kind of fun.
True. All right. I think you're right. All right. Well, expect a G Fuel review. Expect a Series X review. Maybe I'll post a little video soon. Not a podcast, just a YouTube exclusive. Just a little something running through it. Expect content. Get yourself a hoodie. That's all today.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Listening. See you guys next time.
Whenever that is.